The record shows that you haven't started any of these courses. Like, is that correct? Did you do them and like something got deleted? Like, what's going on? And they went, do I have to do them to get the certificate? And I said, yeah, so you have to take the course and then at the end of the course you'll get the certificate. And they, not kidding, went, oh, that makes sense.
What?
Again, future teacher.
Wow.
PE is gonna be.
That's sad.
The best PE
I think Dylan told him that. The one where they're clicking the text, but then they, yeah. Did you hear that at all? So on the main screen for the course, when they have to take the final assessment, there are instructions at the top that say, whenever you're ready, click the Take Assessment button to begin the course. And then right below that, there is a big green button that says Take Assessment. This person called and was like, I'm clicking on Take Assessment, and it's not taking me to the assessment. Like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, okay, that sounds like a problem. So we walk around in circles for like 10-15 minutes because I don't understand what they're talking about. And then I'm finally just like, okay, read exactly to me what is on the page and tell me exactly where you're clicking. And they say, okay, well, the first thing it says is click on Take Assessment to start the test. And right there, I'm clicking where it says Take Assessment, and it's not taking me anywhere. And I was like, okay, do you see the big green button that says Take Assessment? And they're like, yeah. I was like, have you clicked on that? Silence, and then I'm here.
Well,
All right.
I feel their pain because sometimes I'm clicking when I'm filling out forms, and it's like, oh.
Sometimes things don't make
There's a
sense.
star because it didn't have all the information up here, so I go back up there and and clicking and clicking and clicking. I'm like, okay, where is it now? Oh, this box up here has a pink star by it because it wants some data before it'll let me go forward. I mean, you have to go up and down and
Yes.
in and out.
Sometimes things don't make sense, and that's fine. Like, if people call and have a problem, even if it's a misunderstanding on their part, that's not an issue. The issue is read. Just read what it says.
These are people that want to be teachers.
These are people that are probably at some point going to say, you should have read the directions.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so.
But also, like, if you call and you have a general sense of problem solving, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, I understand what that is. I want you to navigate here, whatever. Even if you don't know what I mean, if you're just like, can you clarify that? I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Great. If you're just trying, this is all that it needs to be.
I would
But
like
it's very clear when someone is not trying.
Yeah.
I did have someone give up on a tech support call. Like, I was trying to help them, and they just reached a point to where they were like, I'm going to be honest. I think it was after I asked them what internet browser they're using, and they said they don't know, and I was like, that's fine. What is it like? What does the icon look like that you click on? And then they went, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't even really know what you're talking about. And then they hung up. They rage quit. And I was just like,
Take a support.
so sorry.
What do you write in the box for that one? User gave up.
I believe I did actually write that.
That's insane. It's insane. It's an icon, just say what it looks like.
I'm going to walk to my car and get my telephone, and I have some things in my car. I wanted to see if y'all wanted. I still have that big caddy.
Okay.
You want to do that now or later?
Let's do that later.
I'm just going to the car. I'm gonna go find my telephone.
I saw you start running, so I thought you were going to go for like a high. Man, we should have practiced before.
Lyndon, do you know how long it's supposed to be?
The Tony? I don't know. There's only 4 teams.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's probably definitely not going to be as long as.
Are they doing pool play first, or are they just straight up?
I think this is pretty good.
Okay.
But since there's not a whole lot, everyone makes it to the tournament, so I guess
Just seeding?
I don't even think they can because there's only 4 teams. So those teams play each other, and then the winners play each other.
Oh, true. It's literally semifinals, finals.
Yeah, like there's like nothing. So as soon as the pool play is done, it's just like the only
Boom, boom, boom.
yeah, the only part that's like really important is what happens.
The last 3 games.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think I would definitely just be considering because these are like just. It's nice to like you gotta like warm up and everything like that, but I would definitely
Conservatively.
So again, I have a question. Do you have like a specific like field you're trying to get into?
Some realm of computer science. The place I'm doing tech support at right now, the current deal is that come January they're going to bump me to a programming position.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like my brother's working for the state right now, and there's like a bunch of openings and stuff like that. And if you're about to get field programming, but I would just go with that.
Yeah, I appreciate you mentioning it because it took forever to find the job I'm currently at. And I didn't even find it by applying. I found it by playing D&D. That's not even a joke. Last year, I spent so much time applying to jobs. Like, I reached a point where I was doing over 10 applications a day.
Are you serious?
I am not kidding.
Like through Indeed?
Like, through Indeed, through LinkedIn, through websites, through contacting people. I tried to make applying like my job.
I cannot do that.
It was exhausting.
That's really hard, yeah.
And then one day, earlier this February, I had been watching a lot of D&D content for a couple months, and I was like, you know what, I've never played, I'm going to find a local game store, I'm just going to sign up, go play to see what it's like. At that game, during the like little intermission period, when we were just kind of talking and people were going to the restroom, one of the other players at the table was like, hey, a lot of this stuff you're interested in is a lot of the stuff I do with the people I work at. Here's my business card. I called this person over Zoom later that week, and then within a month I had a job there.
What?
It was crazy. I did nothing to get this job. Literally nothing.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane, bro.
Yeah.
I guess
That's how it
stuff just works out like that.
Yeah, it's all of the stuff you try and do, it just kind of just happens the way it does.
Yeah.
It is a little silly. I heard that you're in a computer science class?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's been actually honestly so much fun.
Have you done any CS stuff yet?
I've done we did like I'm in like intermediate programming with C++.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so the beginner class, honestly, bro, that was like the most fun class of that semester.
That's awesome.
You literally just,
If
like-
you like that, you're gonna be good.
You literally just make stuff, bro. And I'm like
That's what I'm saying.
that's cool as hell. Like, you just get to
Are
make
you
anything.
at TSC?
Yeah. I'll be at FSU next semester. But like,
Oh, cool.
yeah, I'm excited.
Are you gonna do CS there?
I think so.
Because if that's the case, you'll probably have a lot of professors that I did, and I could give you some insider info on who sucks.
I do need that because I was like before I like started taking the prereqs for like that degree, I was like looking into some of the classes that are a little like I don't know, they get really tough. So I was actually gonna ask you like what was like the hardest class or was like anything I should like prepare for, because I know some of them are just insane. Like you're just like writing code for like 20 hours straight and then wake up and do it again. So,
No class I took was like that.
oh really? Oh
To be fair, there are some classes where you do have to write a lot of code,
yeah.
but most of the time it's either you're in a group, you have a lot of time to do it. No, there was never anything like that.
Because when I saw sorry,
You're-
I saw a video on YouTube. There was this like guy going to Yale, and he was like, yeah, one of the classes we had to take was like literally insane, and I just did like I didn't do anything for like 4 months of my life, and I was like, what? That sounds crazy. I didn't know.
Are you gonna go to Yale?
I'm not going to Yale.
You're probably good then.
Yeah, I just like I thought it was like a mandatory class like for most computer science degrees, so I don't know. I guess online they just kind of like make it a little more intense than it probably is.
For sure, yeah. At FSU, there's a handful of required baseline courses which are also in C++. And then after you get through those like first 3 or 4, it's all electives. Because it's just like you could do Python, you could do AI, you could do C#, you could do Java, you could. It's
That's what I'm trying to do anyways, bro. What?
right.
Just do
You
it
have
through
a
school.
bunch of different choices, and I have sent this to Dylan. I would highly recommend looking into. Harvard has an online course called CS50.
I remember you guys talking about that, and I'm in it.
You are in it.
I haven't done anything. They email me every week.
You don't even have to.
You're
It's
so close
it's,
to your goal. And I'm
it's
like, no,
free. It's self-paced. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I joined it like maybe like it was. I
It's
guess
probably
6
worth
months
waiting
ago,
until
yeah.
you're done with your intermediate C++ class,
Okay, yeah.
because the first few weeks of that class are in C, which is C without the plus plus.
That's
Um,
it gets a lot.
I'm curious to know, beginner C++ class, what, like, was the breadth of stuff that you covered? Like, what was the hardest thing that you covered in introductory C++? Functions?
It's
Okay.
like the hardest thing. It wasn't that difficult.
Okay.
So it was pretty chill.
Did you guys do arrays?
No, we're learning. I think that's the first thing we're learning for intermediate. But
Got it.
literally my computer science teacher's class that's online is not working,
That's hilarious.
which is like just insane, bro. I don't know. It's like the only class I have that's still not up and running yet, and we're like a week in. And I'm like, bro, this is
What's happening?
This is literally like your field. You gotta get.
Oh, the amount of professors at FSU, computer science professors, that don't know how to work a computer is astonishing. Because they're used to typing stuff in at a terminal, and desktop interfaces confuse them.
No, dude, I was talking to
It's like, bro.
some guy at my work, and honestly, like, it was kind of some of the stuff he was saying was actually pretty insane. Because he said when he was in college, the first semester, I guess it was spring semester, he was at school and they had to like punch in a ticket to like get onto the computer.
Yep.
And then he had summer semester, didn't go to class, came back in the fall, and like then they had like a like interactive with like a UI you can interact with, like you don't have to do a punch card or anything like that. And he was just saying how it was kind of crazy like looking at one semester how it had shifted so much. And I thought it was cool.
Yeah, no, it is cool. It's funny to me because the UI he's talking about is like a command prompt.
He said it was, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was maybe like dial-up or something like that.
DOS, probably.
I don't know anything about like old operating systems, so
Have they had you use any Unix? What do you guys code in?
I use dev C++, I think, something like that.
Is it a website?
It's just I don't
Dev C++. Full-featured C and C++ environment for Windows platforms. Oh, it's a downloadable thing. Oh, okay.
yeah, just like
Oh, okay.
I have Visual Studio because I was trying to make a game like C#, but I don't know.
Visual Studio is so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Even after having a degree, I avoid using it if I don't have to because it freaks me out.
It really is so much.
It's so much.
Thank you.
I mostly use, even at work now, I will use VS Code,
Okay.
which is Visual Studio Code.
Yeah.
So it's Visual Studio, but looking at it doesn't make you want to die.
Yeah, because I just like I know whenever I was like, okay, I'll start writing some stuff in C#. Like I know the basics, so I can at least like I don't know get some stuff going. And then like if there's something I don't know, I can just look it up. But I got tired of writing STD : every single time I wanted to like type a line of code, and I was like, well, I get that.
C++, right?
Or it was in C#, and it was like
C# uses the STD :
I guess. I remember like on Visual Studio I had to write STD : every single time. Eventually I copied it, but because I don't know enough, I'm having to copy and paste lines of like other people's code. So I have to like go back copy it.
Just out of curiosity, in your C++ class, do you also do that? The STD :
Dev C, you just like
You just do it?
yeah.
So there's a thing you can do when you're not working in a dev environment that handles stuff for you, which at the top of your file you can write using namespace std semicolon.
Well, yeah, I thought everything had to have that.
Nothing has to have that.
Oh, really?
If you don't use that, you have to put the STD : in front of everything.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put that. So
I don't know if it's the same for C#.
So I guess in C, maybe that's not possible.
In plain C?
Yeah.
In plain C, there's a lot of stuff that's not possible.
Yeah.
Like in C++, I assume you've used cout to get stuff to the screen. That is not a thing that exists in
So
C.
print screen or something.
It is printf, which is a function.
Oh yeah, because it's just having to use functions for you to do everything. Can you do like the hashtag like include like any directives or anything like that?
You can, but it's not the same libraries. Like you're not going to use IOStream.
Oh.
Let's go!
The reason, and you haven't gotten to this yet, but you will eventually reach a point to where you learn about things called classes and objects. Object-oriented programming.
Yeah, I heard that one is that class can be a little tough.
That class can be a little tough, but it is like the determining class of whether or not you think you'll like it.
Okay.
Because, and what you said before about like, if I run into something that I don't know, I can just look it up. Absolutely 100%.
Yeah.
But having that class as a foundation first will make that process so much easier because almost every modern programming language is an object-oriented language.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the difference between C and C++. C++ is C with classes.
Oh.
That's what it was originally.
Oh, C with classes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's interesting. So objects is like that's What is that?
It allows you to make your own variable type.
Oh, like int, float.
So like int, float, double, if I wanted to create a type to encapsulate data about a student,
You can make your own type.
you would make your own type and it can have its own data inside of it. So like I could say I want